Okay, so let's have a look at the smaller circle. Smaller circle has a radius. A smaller circle, so the radius is equal to r, and the largest circle. Okay, since we have an r here and an r here. Okay, so the largest circle, the radius is equal to 2r. Okay, so let's have a look at the area of the smaller circle. So smaller circle. Circle area. Okay, so area of a circle is pi r squared. So here this is going to be r equals to 2. And larger circle. Again, it's going to be pi times the radius squared. So the radius is 2r squared. Okay, so we've got 2r times 2r, so that's going to be 4r squared, times the pi, so 4 pi r squared. So what fraction of the area of the large circle is outside the smaller circle? Okay, so let's have a look at this. So we need to have a look. Okay, so we compared the smaller circle with the larger circle, and then we look at the fraction of the smaller circle compared to the larger circle. That's going to be pi r squared over 4 pi r squared. Okay, and then we can see that we have to call the denominators for the numerator and the denominator. So we use the cancelling, so we can kill off the r squared, kill off the pi, so we're left with 1 over 4. Okay. Now we're going to work out the fraction of the area of the large circle outside the small circle. So that's going to be 1 minus 1 over 4, which will be 3 over 4. So our answer is B. Okay, so we are going to firstly work out the area of the square area. Okay, so for this circle, we know that the radius is 1, so these sides will be 1. So that's going to equal to 1 times 1, which is equal to 1 square units. So let's write a unit squared. Okay. Okay, so next we want to work out the sector. So sector area is equal to area of circle times quarter. Area of circle is equal to pi. What's the radius? Radius is 1 squared times a quarter. That's going to be pi over 4. Now we want to work out the shaded area. Okay, it's going to be the square area minus the sector area. So that will be 1 minus pi over 4. So our answer is A. Okay, so let's find the area of the white circle. White circle. Okay, this is equal to pi. I'm going to say the radius is equal to r. So it's going to be pi r squared. So here this is r squared. Okay. Now let's find the area of the grey semicircle. Okay. Semicircle. So since this is the circle is r, the radius here is going to be 2r. Okay, so it's going to be pi times the radius squared, so that's going to be 2r. And since it's a semicircle, we're going to multiply it by a half. Okay, so we've got 2 squared divided by 2, which is going to equal to 2 pi, and we've got r squared. Okay, now we want to work out the shaded region. Shaded region. Okay, it's going to equal to the white circle minus the grey semicircle. So actually the grey semicircle minus the white circle. So we have 2 pi r squared minus pi r squared. So that's equal to pi r squared. Okay, and we're looking at the fraction of this. So the fraction would be the shaded region, pi r squared. And we're looking at the semicircle, so that's going to be 2 pi r squared. Okay. So cancel, so we've got r squared on both sides, we've got pi on both sides, so we're just left with 1 over 2. So your answer is B. Okay, so this region here is for finding the white area. Okay, and this region here is finding the grey area, the shaded area. So let's find the white area. So let's firstly look at this here. Okay, so this is going to be the area of the small circle, so pi radius squared times third. Okay, and the grey parts here, okay, is going to be 2/3 pi times r squared. Now for this white part here, okay, this is going to be the sector of the larger circle minus the sector of the smaller circle. So this will be 2/3 times pi. The radius is 2r squared, and then we've got subtract 2/3 pi times r squared. Okay, so this is going to be 8 pi r squared over 3 minus 2 pi r squared over 3, which is equal to 6 pi r squared over 3. Now for this grey area here, this is going to be the large sector minus the small sector. So we have a third pi, and its radius is 2r squared. And we're subtracting the small sector, which is a third pi r squared. So this is going to be 4 pi r squared over 3 minus pi r squared over 3. So that's going to be equal to 3 pi r squared over 3. Okay, so let's put it all together. Let's look at the white areas. So we've got pi r squared over 3 plus 6 pi r squared over 3. So that is going to be 7 pi r squared over 3. And the grey area, the shaded region. So what do we have? We have 2 over 3 pi r squared plus 3 pi r squared over 3. So what's that going to be? That's going to be 5 pi r squared over 3. Okay, so if we divide, should be a nice ratio here. So if we divide by the common factors, we divide by pi on both sides, divide by the r squared on both sides, and we multiply by 3 on both sides, we'll get 7 5 our ratio. So our answer is B. Okay, so let's find the area of the small white circle. Small white circle. White circle. Okay, so we have r, so it's equal to pi times the radius squared. So it's going to be r squared. Okay, so total white circles. Total white circles. Okay, since we have 7 circles, this is going to equal to 7 pi r squared. Now we're interested in the large circle. Large circle. Do we know what the radius of the large circle is? So here, since we know that this is r, this is r, this is r. Okay, so work out the area of the large circle. That's going to be pi times radius squared. So what's the radius? This is going to be 3 times r squared. So that's going to be 9 pi r squared. Okay, so now we look at the unshaded, the shaded. So the unshaded is the total of white circles. So it's going to be 7 pi r squared, and the shaded areas. So since the unshaded plus the shaded area is equal to the large circle, 9 pi r squared, this has to be 2 pi r squared. And ratios, you can simplify this. So you can divide by the common factors. So pi, both sides, let's cut it, destroy the pi, and also we can destroy the r squared. So this simplifies with 7. So our answer would be B. Okay, so let's find the area of the largest circle. So the largest circle. Largest circle. So the area is equal to pi times radius squared. The radius is going to be 5 times 5 squared. It's going to be 25. Now we want to find the area of the shaded area. Okay, so this is going to be the middle circle. Middle circle area minus the smallest circle area. The middle circle area is going to be pi. We know the radius, yes, the radius is 4. So it's going to be times 4 squared. And the smallest circle, do we know the radius is 3? So that's going to be 3 squared. So this simplifies, it's going to be 16 pi minus 9 pi. That would be equal to 7 pi. Okay. So we want to work out a percentage of the shaded area. Okay, so the percentage of the large circle, which is shaded. So this is the shaded region is a fraction of 7 pi over the large circle is 25 pi. Okay. So what can we do is we can cancel numerator and denominator, pi. So we're left with 7 over 25. And then also we can multiply the numerator by 4 and the denominator by 4. So that's going to be 28 over 100. Okay. Here we can see that this is as a percentage is 28%.